Good morning, students and teachers. I am Nayak, assistant teacher of Government High School, Bodgam, and I welcome all of you from virtual class Sundargarh. I hope you are very happy that you have gotten a chance to join all subjects from virtual class Sundargarh. So, students, now we are going to revise your poem from the Formalin jar in your English book. The poem from the Formalin jar was written September 2013 to create awareness about safe driving and some other rules of road safety. Students, you are seeing nowadays road accident is highly increasing. The WHO, World Health Organization, has identified 5 major factors of road accident. That is alcohol, speed driving, seat belt, helmet, and visibility. And one another major factor is distracted driving, such as cell phone. So students, here the poet wants to give a message, get awareness for road safety or safe driving. Here, poet describes fictional character whose name was Vicky. The poem conveys how a simple carelessness cost a young precious life. The poem teaches a lesson that age, fame, beauty, age, or wisdom becomes meaningless unless a person careful about in his safety. So students, let's our class on the smart. From the formalin jar. You see, it is a formalin jar. What is formalin? A formalin is compound of nitrogen, oxygen and hydrogen. At first, we will know about the poet. Poet name is Dr. Rita S. Moni. She is neurobiologist at National Institute of Mental Health and Neuroscience, the third form of NIMHANS. You see, it is the Brain Museum, National Institute of Mental Health and Neuroscience. The third name is NIMHANS. You see, then here brain has been kept in formalin. Poet Dr. Rita S. Moni has written some story, poem, essay, travelogues, story for children. Here, the poet wants to give message, particularly the adult. This has written in September 2013 to create awareness about safe driving and road safety rules. Neurobiologist at National Institute of Mental Health and Neuroscience is situated in Bangalore. Students, now we are going to discuss this chapter from the Formalin jar. There is 6 stanza, but I have divided 3 SCP to this stanza. First and second stanza is the 1 SCP, then third and fourth, then fifth and sixth. The first and second stanza about brain is describing its feeling. Brain of feeling kono ସେଇଟା ସେ describe କରାଯାଇଛି. You see, sitting in a formalin jar with distance, brain has been kept in the formalin jar and brain feels very insulting to be called a specimen. Then, stanza third and fourth describe about Vicky and his family. Vicky was young, smart and sane. He was full of vigor. His favorite subjects were mathematics and computer. Vicky loved his parents and grandmother very much. The last, fifth and sixth stanza, to see Vicky's death in an accident and create about awareness. Vicky met with a cruel accident. His family suffered with much pain. Right save is very much important for everybody. So students, we are going to discuss one by one. You see, first we will discuss first and second stanza from the formalin jar written by Dr. Rita S. Moni. Hi, I am Vicky's brilliant brain sitting in a formalin jar with disdain on display to promote knowledge gain watching people stare at me again and again. How insulting to be called a specimen. 2 years ago, I was part of a living human. I got not stroke, tumor or box within, yet ended up in this jar to my degree. Dear students, you see, I am Vicky's brilliant brain. Brilliant. Brilliant. Brilliant means intelligent. At first, we know the meanings of the third word. You have already learned this poem. It is the revision class. So, you see, distant. Distant means hatred or disrespected. Care means to act fixedly. And ଏକ ଲୟରେ ଚାହିଁ ରହିବା. Then, specimen. Specimen means model or sample. So, brain attack, tumor, a muscles grow in the parts of the body. Box. Box means infectious illness. जोटा कि आमे संक्रमण जनित रोग बोली कहि थाउ. And the green. The green means annoyed. Here you see, hi, I am Vicky's brilliant brain. Who is saying? He is saying here. Vicky's brain is saying here. Vicky's brain कहूची. कौन कहूची? I am Vicky's brilliant brain sitting in a formalin jar with disdain. କେଉଁ ଭଳି ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ସେ ରହିଛି formalin jar ରେ? Disdain means hatred or disrespect. ଘୃଣିତ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ମୁଁ ଏ formalin jar ରେ ବସି ରହିଛି. Who is saying? Vicky's brain is saying. କାହିଁକି ବସି ରହିଛି? କାହିଁକି ସେ ବ୍ରେନ୍ କୁ ସେଠାରେ ରଖାଯାଇଛି? To see just genius mind of Vicky. Vicky's mind was very genius or intelligent. Here the poet describes Vicky is a fictional character or imaginary character created by the poet. Its brilliant brain has been kept in a formalin jar. Formalin is a chemical solution used for preserving body parts of a longer period of time. The brain says that he is sitting in the jar with disdain. ଘୃଣିତ ଅସମ୍ମାନଜନକ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ମୁଁ ପଡି ରହିଛି ବୋଲି ସେ ବ୍ରେନ୍ ଏଠାରେ କହୁଛି. His brain has been displayed in the museum for the doctors and medical students. Vicky brain feels very insulting to be called a specimen. When people are coming to the museum to see the brain, his brain feeling very insulting. ସେତେବେଳେ ଲୋକମାନେ ତାକୁ ଏକ ଲୟରେ ଚାହିଁ ରହିଛନ୍ତି. ଗୋଟିଏ ମଡେଲ ଭାବରେ ସାମ୍ପଲ ଭାବରେ ତାକୁ ନିଆଯାଉଛି ଏବଂ ସମସ୍ତେ ତାକୁ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି. ତାକୁ ବହୁତ ଖରାପ ଲାଗୁଛି. The medical students and the doctors ସେମାନେ କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି? ଯେ ପ୍ରମୋଟ ଦେୟାର ନଲେଜ. ତାଙ୍କର ନଲେଜ କୁ ଇନକ୍ରିଜ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ସେମାନେ ସେଠାକୁ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି. Vicky brain feels very insulting to be called a specimen. ଯେତେବେଳେ ତାକୁ ଗୋଟେ ମଡେଲ ବା ଉଦାହରଣ ଭାବରେ ନିଆଯାଉଛି ତାକୁ ବହୁତ ଖରାପ ଲାଗୁଛି. Nobody cares and respects him, so he feels very unhappy. He says that he was a part of living human before 2 years. He did not die of any disease like brain attack, tumor, or box. Says that he had been confined in the jar owing to an unfortunate accident. Accident ପରେ ଯାଇକି ସେ କ'ଣ କରିଛି? ତାର ବ୍ରେନ୍ କୁ ଫର୍ମାଲିନ୍ ଜାର ରେ ରଖା ହୁଏ. Knew that the Vicky's brain is staying here and Vicky's brain is very intelligent. Okay, then you see stanza. See and stanza. Vicky was a young boy, smart and sane, full of life and vigor, sun, wind or rain. Computer and maths were his domain. His motto in life was no pain, no gain. Vicky's love his parents was truly insane, and he adored his grandma, uncles and Ken. In college, when he stole a glance at Lauren, why his heart went third, only I could explain. Here you see some hard words. Sane. Sane means healthy mind. Vigor. Vigor means energetic. Domain. Domain means area of knowledge. Insane means excessive. Adored. Deeply or very much. Glance. To thought. Thought means the sound of the. Here the poet describes Vicky was a young boy. How was Vicky? Vicky was a young boy, smart and sane. Young boy, smart boy, and healthy mind boy. Full of life and vigor, sun, wind, and or rain. His life was full of vigor, all type of weather, sun, wind, or rain. Means ସେ ସବୁ ପରିସ୍ଥିତିରେ ଖାପ ଖୁଆଇ ଚଳିଲା ବାଲା ପିଲା ଥିଲା କିଏ? ବିକି. You see here, Vicky's brain saying ବିକି ବିଷୟରେ ସେ କହୁଛି. First stanza and second stanza ରେ କଣ ହେଲା? ବିକିର ବ୍ରେନ୍ ତାର ଫିଲିଂସକୁ ସେ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କଲା. ଏବଂ third and fourth stanza ରେ ସେ ବିକି ବିଷୟରେ କହୁଛି ଯେ ବିକି କିଭଳି ଥିଲା ଏବଂ ସେ ତାର ପରିବାରକୁ କେତେ ଭଲ ପାଉଥିଲା. The brain says that Vicky was brilliant, genius and very clever. He was mentally very sound and very cheerful. He was full of life and vigor, all type of weather, sun, wind, or rain. His favorite subjects were math and computer. His favorite subjects were math and computer. Means se computer ebong math re tar bahut gyano thila. His motto in life was no pain, no gain. He had a moral principle. What is no pain, no gain? It is a proverb. ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ତାର ଅର୍ଥ ହେଲା କଷ୍ଟ କଲେ କୃଷ୍ଣ ମିଳେ. He believed hard work. That means he believed in hard work. Vicky's brain saying about Vicky's himself and Vicky's family. Vicky loved his parents very much. He loved his grandmother also deeply. He also loved his grandmother's wrinkles and walking stick. You see, Vicky was a young, smart and sound boy, and his favorite subjects were computer and mathematics. You see, Vicky loved his parents truly insane. Truly insane means excessive, very much. ସେ ତାର ମା ବାପାକୁ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ପାଉଥିଲା. Then you see, Vicky adored his grandmother also. Adored means deeply. ସେ ତାର grandmaକୁ ମଧ୍ୟ କଣ ବେଶୀ ଭଲ ପାଉଥିଲା. And he also liked his grandma's wrinkles. Wrinkles means कुछ थी जो लुचा कुचा ଚର୍ମ ଅଛି ତାକୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେ ଭଲ ପାଉଥିଲା. His grandma wrinkles and cane. Cane means walking stick. In college, when he stole a glance at Lauren, why his heart went thud, only I could. When he was going to college, he stole a glance at Lauren. Lauren is a girlfriend of Vicky's. When he was seeing Lauren at that time, his heart sound was thud. Only the brain can explain. କିଭଳି ତାର ହାର୍ଟର ସାଉଣ୍ଡ ହଉଥିଲା ସେ କହୁଛି କେବଳ ମୁଁ ହିଁ କହିପାରିବି ଯେହେତୁ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟିଏ ବିକିର ପାର୍ଟ ଅଟେ. Then we will discuss stanza 5 and on a wet monsoon day for a task mundane, Vicky rode his bike to his friends in the next lane. For once from wearing his helmet did he refrain, but he met with an accident, gory and inhuman. All it took was a stray moment in a young life lost, a family crushed with pain. Dear friends, take care, risky driving can be vain. Drive safe, let your precious life not be in vain. Here you see monsoon day. Monsoon day means rainy day. Task means work and mundane means different. Speed different means stop taking story loudly. Inhumane means unkind. On a wet monsoon day, such rainy day. କୋଉ ସମୟ ଥିଲା? Rainy day. ବର୍ଷା ଋତୁ ସମୟ ଥିଲା. For a task mundane, Vicky was rode his bike to his friend in the next lane. କୋଉଠାକୁ ଯିବାକୁ ସେ ବାହାରିଲା? Vicky ତାର ସାଙ୍ଗ ଘରକୁ ଯିବା ପାଇଁ ସେ ବାହାରିଲା, ଯାହା ଘର ନେକ୍ସଟ ଲାଇନ ରେ ଥିଲା. Vicky rode his bike to his friend which house was in the next lane. On a wet monsoon day, Vicky went to his friend's house for an ordinary walk or unimportant walk. His friend's house was in the next lane. He rode his bike to his friend's house. It was not very far from his home. Unfortunately, what happened? You see this picture? On the way, he met with a cruel accident and Vicky lost his life due to his simple carelessness. छोट साधारण भूल पाई कौन कहला? विक्कीर जीवन चलीगला. You see, for once from wearing his helmet, he did refrain. In every day, when ଯେତେବେଳେ ବିକି ବାହାରକୁ ଯାଉଥିଲା ସବୁଦିନ କଣ କରୁଥିଲା? ସେ ହେଲମେଟ ପିନ୍ଧିକି ଯାଉଥିଲା. But on that day, Vicky did not wear helmet. ସେ ତାର ହେଲମେଟ ପିନ୍ଧି ନଥିଲା. What happened? ଆଉ କଣ ହେଲା ସେଇଦିନ? God, he met with an accident, gory and inhumane. ତାର accident ହେଇଯାଇଛି ଏବଂ ତାର ଦେହ ପୁରା ରକ୍ତ ଜୁଡୁବୁଡୁ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ପଡି. So it is a heart breaking point. ପ୍ରକୃତରେ ଗୋଟେ ହୃଦୟ ବିଦାରକ ପଏମ ଏଇଟା. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଆକ୍ସିଡେଣ୍ଟ କଥା ଭାବି ଦଉ ଆମ ଦେହ ନିଜେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଆମ ଦେହରେ ଶିହରଣ ପଶିଯାଏ. All it took was a stay moment in a state means separate from others. In an carelessness. And means carelessness. A young life lost, a family crushed with pain, suffered with much pain. Your friends, take care. Risky driving can be banned. Drive safe. Let your precious life not be in. What happened? Unfortunately, on that day, he did not wear his helmet. You see this picture and his life due to his family, his simple carelessness. छोट साधारण भूल पाई से भूलटी कौन थिला? से हेलमेट पिंधि नथिला. जदियो से हेलमेट पिंधि थांता हुए तो ता जीवन बंची. His family suffered with much pain. दुखर वा जंत्रणार शिकार किए हेला? तार परिवार जंत्रणार शिकार. So the poet wants to share the message that everybody should drive safe on road. Risky driving may be a crushed with pain. ये जो जंत्रणार शिकार हेला तार family, dear friends. Here you see the poet wants to give message. Dear friends, take care. Risky driving can be banned. Ban means curse. आम अभिशाप हो पारे कौन? Risky driving and drive safe. You see, drive safe. Capital letter लिखा है. Let your precious life not be in vain. In vain means yes. निरर्थक भाव में आम जो आमर मूल्यवान जीवनटी को पाइचु ताको अकारण रे आमे जीवा पाई देवा नाही. Then was all about the poem from the Formalin. Now we are going to discuss your multiple choice questions. Who is the poet of the poem from the Formalin jar? You can say the poet of the poem. Option is Dr. Rita Moni, William Wordsworth, John Keats, Sarojini Naidu. Dr. Rita Moni. Next comes to the second number. The poem from the Formalin jar was written to create awareness about option is safety life, safe driving, safe living, safe thinking. Safe driving. The next is Vicky is a death created by the poet. Vicky is a death created by the poet. Option A is young man, college student, character, fictional character. आउथर मु पढ़ी दउची Vicky is a death created by the poet. Option A is young man, B college student, C character, and D fictional character. The answer is fictional character. Next comes to the number 4. Who has been personified in the poem? काहाकू एठारे कोन भावरे डिस्क्राइब कराई. Who has been personified in the poem? Option is Vicky's lungs, Vicky's brain, Vicky's kidney, Vicky's heart. Vicky's brain. Vicky's brain. Okay. Then Vicky's brain is described as this. His brain is described as this: clever, intelligent, cunning, brilliant. Or C. A is clever, B is intelligent, C is cunning, and D is brilliant. His brain is described as brilliant. Okay. Number 6. The brain inside the formalin jar feels this: happy, insulted, disappointed. The brain inside the formalin jar feels insulted. Then the brain feels that it is very much insulting to be called a death. The brain feels that it is very much insulting to be called a death. Option A is brain, then brilliant brain, testimony, and brain. On above answer. The brain feels that it is very much insulting to be called a specimen. On above, specimen. Then, why was Vicky's brain being kept inside a formalin jar? Why was Vicky's brain being kept inside a formalin jar? To make other aware, only to promote knowledge, as a sample, as an exhibition. Why was Vicky's brain being kept inside a formalin jar? Only to promote knowledge. Only to promote. Next, the brain was a part of living human before 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, 2 months. Then, who was Vicky? Who was Vicky? Option A is the poet of the poem, B a young boy, C an unknown person, and D an old, a young boy. A young boy. Then, how was Vicky? A fool, an educated fellow, a young and a smart boy, an uneducated human being. How was Vicky? Vicky was a young and smart boy. A young and smart. Then, what were Vicky's domain? Domain means, area of knowledge. Computer and English, science and geography, mathematics and history, math and computer. What were Vicky's domain? Math and computer. Math and computer. Then, what was Vicky's motto in life? Motto means moral principle. No gain, no pain. To be a doctor, social service, to work hard and success. Answer कौन है वो? No gain, no pain. Yes. Who did Vicky love most? Who did love most? His parents, his friends, his teacher, his boy. His parents. Then, who did Vicky adore? Adore means parents, his knowledge, his friends, his grandmother. He adored grandmother. Students, see number 16. When did Vicky get the accident? The evening, on the monsoon day, in a winter night, on a summer day. The answer is on the monsoon day. Then, what happened to him on the way to his friends? Option is met his friend, met his teacher, met an accident, saw an accident. What happened to him on the way to his friend's house? Met an accident. Okay. Then comes to the next. What happened to Vicky in the accident? Nothing happened. He was injured severely. His friend was injured. He lost his life. Answer is he lost his life. What is the message of the poet in the poem from the Formalin jar? To drive slowly, to be safety at home, to take care of health, to drive free. What is the message of the poet in the poem from the Formalin jar? To drive free. The answer is to drive. Then what is the profession of the poet? Scientist, neurologist, cardiologist, and neuropharologist. What shall I say? Neuropharo. Okay, students. Now we will discuss long questions. How does Vicky's brain feel inside Formalin? Question is, how does Vicky's brain feel inside Formalin jar? It carries 5 marks. Long question ରୁ ତୁମର poetry ରୁ 5 marks ଏବଂ prose ରୁ 5 marks ଆସିଥାଏ. ଦେଖ, the answer is Vicky's brilliant brain has been kept in a formalin jar. What he feels is very insulting to be called a specimen. Nobody cares and respects him, so he feels very unhappy as he has been displayed as a specimen. There is that he was a part of living human. Before 2 years, he did not die of any disease. He said that he had been confined in the jar owing to an unfortunate the answer of the last question. How does Vicky's brain feel inside the formalin jar? Then we'll discuss another some questions. Then is how does the title from the formalin jar is justified? You see, formalin is a chemical substance which is used to preserve body parts for a longer period of time. Vicky is a fictional character who is dead and his brain has been kept in a formalin jar as a specimen in the museum. The poet very nicely describes the feeling of the brain about his past and how a simple carelessness caused a lot of pain and suffering to the family. Thus, the title of the poem is very students. You see some traffic symbol. First is right hand curve, left hand curve, right hairpin bend, left hairpin bend, right reverse bend. You see it's left reverse bend. Keep ascend, keep descend, arrow road ahead, road witness ahead. Is the symbol of traffic rule here. Also, see stop, give way, one way, go entry, one way both direction, right turn prohibited, left turn prohibited, one way, U-turn prohibited, overtaking prohibited, turn prohibited, then speed limit, compulsory turn left, compulsory ahead only, compulsory turn right ahead, compulsory ahead or turn right, compulsory ahead or turn left, compulsory keep left, and compulsory down, then the symbol of traffic rule. Dear students, it was all about of the poem from the Formalin jar. How to revision class ला हमें किसी multiple question answer discuss कले, long question भी हमें discuss कले एवं traffic symbols मध्य किसी देखिले. So dear students, I think you will have understood this chapter very clearly. Best of luck from your coming examination. Thank you. Have a nice day.